What's up guys, the Hunted Reaper here, and today's video is about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Now before I tell you to like and subscribe and be awesome to my channel, I want to give you a layout of what's in this video so you know what you're getting into without wasting your time. So the first I'm going to talk about logistics and how possible is a night mode for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I'm going to talk about the Xbox versus PC comparison and if either can handle it. And then I'm going to talk about new items and cool things that can be and how the dynamic would completely change. So be sure to leave a like and even subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm making a lot more content. I also do fitness videos and parody videos. So there's a lot on this channel and I hope you guys check it out. So logistically speaking, yes, it is possible to just change the game, change the settings and put it into night mode. However, to make a night mode that would be good instead of just garbage, a lot of things in the game would have to change. So first off, if night mode just switched to night immediately in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds without any further enhancements, what would happen is it would be impossible to see people, the shading would be all off, it would be hard to find things, objects would be hidden, and the game would just be an overall shit show. Yes, it would lead to some fun moments, but it wouldn't reach its full potential. So what exactly would you need to change in order for the game to function properly in night mode? Well, first off, you'd need better lighting. So basically, they need to rework the whole map and add sources of light in the game because right now, the whole map is lightless. There's no light in the game. It's daytime all the time or evening, so there's no need for it. It's more of like an abandoned country. But for nighttime, you'd need some sort of ambient lighting around towns and houses because then the whole game would just be way too dark and it would just be, again, a shit show. Secondly, you would need a lot more power in your PC or Xbox One X dedicated towards lighting. Now, lighting isn't a big thing in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The sun is most of the lighting in the game, and it works pretty seamlessly. But what would happen is, at nighttime, you need a certain sense of lighting. You need the haze of the night. And that's hard to make in a game, especially when you're making it in-engine and it's not just generic lighting. Which would take a big toll on the CPU and GPU of the game. So I'm pretty sure if there was a night mode, it might not be able to play on the Xbox One. Possibly it could play on the Xbox One X, but a lot of the time what happens is the game will completely shit itself and it's not going to be as fun on other consoles. PC can definitely handle it. PC can handle anything they throw at it, but the rig that you would need might be a little stronger for night mode. One of the things that night mode would also have to include is like night vision goggles and like care packages or flashlights, and that would be a big strain on the game's engine as well because I would assume that a lot of characters would be using flashlights at the same time simultaneously, and for an engine to do that with 100 players would put a big strain on the servers and a big strain on anyone playing it as well. I was one of the people who first thought like, yeah, night mode would be great. I don't know why they just do it. But, when you do your research and you find out, how hard and specific things need to be done, it's kind of insane to see, things changed in video games like this. For any other video game, there can just be an expansion that they shit out and it would be the easiest thing in the world. But PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a different monster. Everything that's new has to be tested by, millions of gamers at once. And a night mode would be a very wonky beta phase kind of thing. I think they should still make it though, because that would be awesome. First off, even if it sucks, the game's still in game preview on the Xbox One X and on the Xbox One, and the game is still, the game just came out basically. People aren't really complaining about it, even if it has performance issues. It's a work in progress, and I really like to see games like this. Rainbow Six Siege started it, where it's like they build and completely build on a platform instead of just dishing out new games and starting from the ground up. It's a very smart benchwork, and if PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds continues to use this, we could definitely see a nighttime map in the future. So the next big question that I get is how would the game change in terms of items to make it more fair for players? First off, you'd see a lot more flashlights and stuff like that. It would be a very common drop like a backpack or a handgun, one of those easy drops. But the thing is, having a flashlight in the game would be awesome because, it's this kind of tension, do I see or do I let other players see me? And that would be really awesome. Night vision goggles would also be a must, but definitely only in supply drops. It might not even work because of the fact that you know, a night vision could be game breaking to all the players, but I would definitely love to see it in a supply drop later on in the match, you know, one of those more dangerous ones, or maybe even in a specially marked supply drop. So it'd be like night vision goggles incoming, and then you see a bunch of players scurrying to it because they know it could be the one night vision goggle pair for the map. You know, all these little ideas can make the game a lot more fair, and that's what really boils down to. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds isn't just fun because it's, you know, 100 players versus each other. It's fun because it has this certain sense of fairness, you know? Of course, you know, matches suck sometimes and players cheat and things suck, but for the most part, when you start a match of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and finish it in first place, you feel like you earned that, and that gives players a certain sense of happiness, and that's why it's so loved and downloaded, I think, almost 4 million times in a month on Xbox. It's ridiculous. Another little fun fact is that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is actually responsible for 12% of all computer game sales, which is insane. It's crazy. I just thought I'd add that in there. So would we see this on the Xbox One or the Xbox One X? I feel like you would definitely see it out for about a few months on PC first, because PC is, you know, the most reliable platform to do it on. I know there's a bunch of debates about Xbox and PC and how everyone sucks, but in the end of the day, you know, PC is more expensive and it has better hardware, so it would definitely be tested on PC first. The thing is, it would be very hard to change the game and put it into the Xbox One X, just because of the fact, or the Xbox One, I don't know why I keep saying that, just because of the fact that, you know, it's hard for the Xbox One to process this already, even though it's getting better and better, but changing the game in a way like this might make it impossible for the game to actually process all that power. The reason why PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds can really function pretty easily on the Xbox One, or even function at all, is because there's not much lighting, there's not many generated effects that are happening. But when you start adding all those little things in, it's when it starts taking a bigger toll on the processor. You know, I think some of the moments in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds are awesome, and I think adding a night mode to any type of map would be great. Maybe even adding rain or other effects, but it's definitely something we're trying to see in the long haul. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to share it, because who knows, maybe it'll be seen by someone at Microsoft or something like that, and they'll be like, hey, we should make a night mode. Everyone seems to love it. You know, it's just about the community, and when games are about the community, they become so much better. And PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is nothing but a gaming community, and that's why I love it so much, because it's a game that came out of nowhere. It's a game that takes skill, but it's also fun to just pick up and play. It's a game where so many things can happen. That's why it's blowing up YouTube and just destroying every other game out there. And other games are following suit. So, you know, hopefully they do this, because that would be awesome. I hope we could eventually see it one day on Xbox One or Xbox One X. But for now, this has been the Hunted Reaper. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.